PCL are the largest solid roof manufacturer in the UK, and we've been providing homeowners with high quality and affordable room and roofing solutions for the last 5 years. Operating from our 40,000 square foot manufacturing plant in Manchester, all of our products are manufactured to exacting standards, using the very latest systems and machinery. And as well as being CERTAS approved, we're also registered with Trustmark, Fairtrade and offer Home Pro insurance-backed schemes as standard. We also operate anywhere in the UK, so whether you're simply changing your windows or having a complete extension build and re-roof, you can be assured that PCL will be the right choice for you. Although your current conservatory may look like an attractive addition to your home, it's probably very cold in winter, very hot in summer, and very noisy when it rains. At PCL, we believe you should be able to use your conservatory no matter the temperature or the weather. The first step towards your brand new Guardian conservatory roof is to contact our friendly sales team. Also based at our Manchester production facilities, they will answer any initial queries or questions you may have and arrange for one of our sales representatives to come and visit at a time and date to suit you. Our sales team have a wide knowledge of the process we go through in constructing your new roof. We do not employ hard sell tactics and will never talk you into products that are not suitable. We can also offer competitive finance options to help you get the home improvements you desire without the financial strain. Once you've chosen your design, the next stage is for one of our surveyors to pay a visit to your home. The surveyor fully inspects the build area and all dimensions and angles are noted, as well as anything which the design or build teams need to be aware of in order to deliver exactly what the customer requires. The initial measurements and technical aspects of the job are drawn up by our surveyor and are then passed on to our design team. They create three-dimensional models using the latest in 3D rendering software. Once this is completed, the final designs are sent electronically to our production department, where the work of producing your roof components begins. All of the elements of your roof are precision cut using state-of-the-art cutting machines. These machines are millimetre perfect, so we know that each part of the roof will fit precisely to the next, creating a strong and durable structure. It's then on to the factory floor for the next stage, the dry run construction of your Guardian conservatory roof. Each and every conservatory roof is a bespoke design, whether it's a galvanised Metro tile or Tapco slate, and assembled on the factory floor before it reaches your property. This ensures that every piece fits together perfectly, so that we know the roof build will be as slick as possible once it reaches your home for installation. Once the frame has been assembled, the next stage of the factory build is to cut to size the plywood panels, which fit to the aluminium structure of the roof. These are measured precisely to the assembled frame, again ensuring accuracy as every roof is unique. Once the panels are all in place and labelled, the whole roof is then disassembled, safe in the knowledge that all the parts will fit together perfectly. Each piece is then individually wrapped for transport, loaded into one of our vans, and then it's off to the site to begin the construction phase. The first stage of any build is to protect the current floors and structural areas of your property with plastic sheet as well as hardboard panels. With the surroundings protected, the removal of the old, tired conservatory can begin. Old glass panels are carefully removed from the window frames, and these are recycled once the dismantling of the old conservatory is complete. Next, the roofing panels are carefully removed. Then finally, the old frame is taken apart, and again taken away for recycling or environmentally friendly disposal. Once the old materials have been removed, the site is then swept and prepared for the construction phase to begin. The first stage of the construction on this particular build is to extend out the brickwork to support the brand new roof. Wall ties are used throughout for build strength, and any gaps between the inner and outer walls are filled with insulation to make your new conservatory as energy efficient and as comfortable as possible. At this stage, a structurally calculated steel lintel can be installed to allow us to open up the back of the property. Again, each build is bespoke and the steel is fitted to exact calculations and tested by an independent standards approved engineering company. The window frames are the next stage of the build process. Because the brickwork is precisely measured during the previous stage, the frames easily slot into place and are secured into the brickwork using high-strength industrial fixings, and at every stage, the build is checked for gap size consistency and that each item is level and secure. Each of the frames is then fitted with energy-efficient A-rated double glaze units filled with argon gas as standard. These are locked into the frame with security fitting strips, which provide an airtight, high-strength seal. Once all of the windows are in place, work can then begin on the installation of the solid roof. The first stage of the roof construction involves the fitting of the support beams, which are fixed both to the top and the bottom of the brickwork. This lays down a secure and weather-resistant foundation for the rest of the frame to be bolted onto. These beams run the full length of the brickwork. A steel reinforcement in the eaves beam allows it to span a large opening, such as by folding doors and sliding doors. With the outer structural beam secure, the Guardian warm roof can now start to take shape. The next stage is fitting the plywood panels. As these were individually labelled at the factory, the installation team knows exactly where each panel is to be fitted. These treated plywood panels provide extra structural integrity to the roof, but also offer the first of several layers of insulation to the roof structure. Once the plywood panels are secured in place, the whole roof is covered with a breathable yet waterproof membrane to make the roof completely sealed from the elements. The next stage of the roof build is to add the roof tiles to the conservatory. In this particular build, the versatile and lightweight BBA approved Tapco slate, which is synthetic and hard wearing, is being used, and each tile is individually fixed to the membrane covered roof. These tiles are more resilient than natural slate and are proven to be more durable than other products on the market. They also lie more uniformed and look more perfect than slate. These tiles are layered across the whole roof surface, taking care to ensure a weatherproof join is made, as well as ensuring that every line and cut is aesthetically pleasing. With the tiling finished, the next section of the exterior of the roof build is to complete the LED flashing. These are formed by hand to match the exact angles of the property and provide the final level of exterior protection for the roof installation. The final stage of the roof build is the guttering, which is fastened to the outside of the structure, and it's designed to be functional and visually appealing. On this particular build, the customer has specified folding sliding doors to allow a fantastic opening into the garden area. First, the frame is secured into place and then the hardware is fitted. The doors are then secured into the frames and allow for a full range of movements depending on the size of opening required. Finally, the glass panels are added and sealed into their frames, providing a highly secure yet highly stylish finish. With the external parts of the build finished, the focus then turns to the inside. The first layer of internal insulation is foil-backed 40mm insulation boarding. This is not fitted directly to the plywood board but raised up with polystyrene blocks. This improves airflow around the boards and in effect allows the roof to breathe. Each one of the 40mm insulating panels is measured and cut precisely to fit snugly between each of the roofing beams. Wooden battens are then fitted to the roof, being careful to ensure they are screwed to the aluminium beams of the roof and not directly into the insulation. This is in preparation for a second layer of insulation. With the second layer in place, any small gaps between insulation boards are sealed with foil tape as an extra layer of protection and to create a vapour barrier. The very final layer to be fastened to the beams is the 72mm insulated plasterboards. These not only provide a smooth surface for the plastering, but also add an extra layer of insulation, which together with the other insulation surfaces gives a tested U value of 0.18 and not a simulated U value, as with some other products on the market. Depending on what the customer has specified, holes are drilled at this stage for any lighting requirements or electrical fittings. The final stage of the whole building process is a layer of plaster to give a smooth blank canvas for you to decorate your brand new conservatory in any way you desire. Now your old weather-dependent conservatory has been transformed into a beautiful living space which you can take advantage of all year round.
Well, I mean, as you can see yourself, if you look at the results, it's amazing. We do live in here now. Basically, the lounge has been defunct. The kids go in the lounge and we stay in here. It's just another complete new living space for us. The previous conservatory was a really nice conservatory, but we just wasn't using it. In the winter time, it was really cold. In the summertime, it was south facing, it was like being in a sauna. When it was raining, it was like someone was just dancing on the roof. It was so loud and what have you. But when PCL came, they showed me the roof and the system that they use. The actual insulation is really thick insulation and we can't hear anything. When it rains now, you hear nothing at all. Also, the cost came into it as well because the other option would have been to have an actual extension done. But obviously there's a cost to that, knocking down foundations, etc. But when I looked at this, I thought, well, why not, just have the roof done, and obviously we've got the walls put in now as well to make it more as a home extension would be. So all in all, this is an absolute ideal solution to what we wanted. But we wanted the doors basically to let the outside in, and that's what it's done. These new wave doors are really good. They open up in sections. You can have individual sections. You can open 1, you can open 2, you can open 3, you can open 4. So you have it as per what you want it to. But the big thing is that obviously summertime, you can sit out in the garden, you can open up and it's like you're living outside. So yeah, I'm over the moon with them as well. Couples have been superb, absolutely no problems at all. I would recommend them for anybody. They're a really good company.
PCL Guardian Conservatory Roofs, the only certified solid conservatory roof solution.